to work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
This is Pierce running right. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Right back it goes to Pierce. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And it sets up a Houston first. They'll go right back to Pierce. Across midfield to the 45. And he works this down to the 41. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He gets 3 on the run, and now a couple of options for him on 4th down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Stroud now on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
All right.
Pierce. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
Well, we've had to wait until the second quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. We're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Got a touchdown. With how long they've been sitting over there, I know the feeling. You're chopping at the bit. Likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right, we talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Murray. On the move, headed right. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Broncos likely looking at a punt. Punt team on the field. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a fit. Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. As a returner, you've got to field that ball clean first, and then second, keep it secure the rest of the way. There's 10 dudes on that other side. Heck, maybe even 11 if you got a punter who likes to hit. And their sole mission is to separate you from the ball at full speed. And if they're lucky, well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. That one complete to Higbee. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun now, first round. Rolling into enemy territory. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. Give him 32 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. From the gun, Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal. They give it to Pierce. Will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans get some late points and the lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Murray here on first down. Into the hands of OBJ. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the 44 here on second down. That pass is complete to Kelsey. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. A final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Texans 14, Broncos 7.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Bronx. See if they can attack that deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
That one complete to Njoku. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Murray on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Back to the air, Murray. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this one doesn't go far. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Murray to throw here on 3rd. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a score. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Kyler throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. He'll throw it. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Back to throw it. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
South. Ow, why Tony?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down. A touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. Oh no, the ball is loose. And the Texans grab it. The 50. The 30. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He'll take this at the 10. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
The Texans close it in, and they will get him. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Trying again, following the sack. This one finds Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's a win for the Texans. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scotch. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Seattle.